Live. Hey everybody, it is Sunday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Hitman 2. We are continuing our journey to hit people who might be men. And joining us this evening, we've got Eliza.
Like always, I'm here.
And we've got Lotus Prince.
Greetings, everyone.
So, most of this is probably going to be the two of them talking about video game stuff I'm not interested in while I try to kill people.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You keep conversation going. It's just, I'm not a gamer, so I'm completely separated from it.
Time to get esoteric.
I have many I'm a fan of many things.
More importantly, though, you can all buy Winter of '83, now available on DVD or digital release. I don't have links in the chat, but of course, you know, the trailer's out there. The latest Atop the Fourth Wall episode has it. Locuus, Hitman 2, We Hit Men 2. J Manor Productions just now finished rewatching the episode of What If, A New Hope, and now the thing that stays on my mind is Palpatine saying, "My plan is great." Clockwork Soul, hit and burn Propano until the work is done. Indeed. Fire Emblem, perhaps? Fire Emblem wouldn't be a bad idea for a future stream, because I have played some Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem is great.
Play the Wii one, which just gives you save states, and it's still the hardest one.
All hail Lotus Prince, someone I do not know and have yet to find a descriptive term to use. Lotus Prince is a Let's Player.
Yes.
Kind of in the abbreviation.
Yeah, been around for actually a legitimately coincidental abbreviation that, like, my name is LP. That was not planned.
Grand Fact, my bro, my copy of the AT4W movie DVD arrived in the mail. Awesome! Enjoy the fat grandma commentary. Otherwise, we don't have much else going on, so I can tell you that the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney review is coming along. It's a bit slow going because I have to record footage and then try to summarize as best I can, because I'm trying my best not to make the review like an hour long, because all these huge long episodes is what slows down production and everything. And unfortunately, the game is 17 hours long, so while I could be like really descriptive and try to tell individual jokes, it's better if I summarize more of it. Fat grandma, who's that? Good answer. So, so I'm coming along. I have finished I played the game once before. I'll go into my history with it during the review itself. And yes, History of Power Rangers Dino Fury is coming along. I finally recorded that, and I have edited about 20 minutes of that I was able to do while I was watching Skinamarink, because most of that movie is very silent. which is kind of one of its advantages because it's so silent. Anytime there's talking or noise, it's creepy.
That is very effective, just like you suddenly remember that sound does exist. Although I will say, even movies that are clearly entirely silent movies, there's just something kind of eerie about it. Like, a lot of people would say something like Nosferatu is not, like, terrifying today, and I would generally agree, but it's still just kind of uneasy when everything's just perfectly silent.
Do you like Macross or Robotech? Not really. I watched the first 2 episodes of Robotech, and I was not impressed. Anyway, in this house...
Negativity Tommy, so Hitmonkey finally got another season. Anyone watch it?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes, Trevin Greg, in this house has become a partial meme in my house. In this house. Otherwise, everything else I've been doing, I've been working on multicolored cybermat designs, like this Trans Pride cybermat, and this regular Pride cybermat that was giving me trouble because the last 2 segments kept wanting to not connect, and like it would snap off the ball joint. But fortunately, this one finally got done. They'll be in the background of Atop the Fourth Wall episodes. And currently I'm working on a bi cybermat. The magenta PLA is in the mail, so I'll be able to finish off that one soon enough. Myriad Media Musings, hype for Ace Attorney. At least it's not squicky, unlike Chodengeki Striker and Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It's a very horny game, though.
Yeah.
It is a very horny game, though, because there's a lot of there's a lot more boobs than you would think from this game.
Okay, have you ever heard what if Phoenix Wright had lyrics by Parental Floss?
I don't believe I have, no.
I will send it to you later.
SKH's video production. The new Phoenix Wright has Fat Grandma as an unlock, of course. Alex Ray, do you like the Michael Bay Transformers or Mobile Suit Gundam better? Mobile Suit Gundam, easily.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the game. I've been looking forward to this map forever because I knew this was coming up, so I've been really looking forward to this. This is the Suburban mission, where we're in a suburban neighborhood and we have to do assassinations.
Nice.
Damon Pullet, my birthday is today, as is my brother Jason. We're twins for those who are curious. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
I need to see the briefing because I just clicked on this and I didn't get a chance to. Let me see where's the briefing video I want to watch. Like, let me watch the video. I kind of skipped it when I clicked on this just to make sure this was the right map.
Oh, by the way, going way back to mentioning Robotech, like, I've never seen Robotech, so no comment on the quality of the series itself, but from what I'm aware of, it's like a sort of remix and mishmash of, like, aspects of Macross and things like that. It's sort of like the VR Troopers of anime in that it's multiple series.
Yes, it's 3 series, actually.
VR Troopers.
Super Dimension Macross, another show called Southern Cross, and a final show called Mospita.
Too bad the third one didn't also have Cross in it. But the reason I bring it up is that, like, until extremely recently, like, you know that Super Robot Wars 30th anniversary game that came out, like, this year or last? Are you aware of that one? I think that's the first Super Robot War game we've gotten, and it's the 30-year anniversary. And this is because Harmony Gold has been extremely possessive of their properties, because they're like, well, we own Robotech, and they're like, yeah, but Robotech was taken from Macross, which we made, and so that prevented us from getting loads of Super Robot Wars games, as well as what I'm more personally invested in, From Software's Another Century's episode games, and I'm kind of salty about that.
It also led to a lot of Macross stuff not making it overseas here.
Oh yeah, old school anime fans would be pissed.
But here's the thing. Robotech was the first anime I ever saw.
Oh, so you got that attachment to it?
Yeah.
Fair. No, I mean, I'm sure it's good. It's just that's very annoying. I mean, I've seen the PS2 games. I never played them either, but, like, you know, like, Robotech had a presence.
Oh yeah, and Carl Masick afterwards kept trying to get the rights to it away from Harmony Gold because he's the person who made it for Harmony Gold, and he didn't like Harmony Gold, you know, porting it.
Yeah, they've been atrocious. Like, something sort of similar is happening with Working Designs games like Lunar. Like, can we please get Lunar back? And they're like, no. And it's like, well, if you put all that effort into localizing it, wasn't the whole point so we could get it? does it only count if it's on the Sega CD and the PS1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mary,
I have a suit specifically called Suburban suit. I don't know how that works. But it doesn't matter anyway because we start as Propano. It is required.
Yes.
We smuggle anything.
I wear
No, we
Suburban
can't.
suits all the time. They're called my clothes.
and also we have something from Myriad Media Musing. Shame Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for not including Daredevil to join She-Hulk and Phoenix Wright as team fighting lawyers. That would have been awesome.
Ooh, we got the Flash. We got the ICA Flash phone, which actually never mind. I thought that was the. I thought the Flash phone was the explosive phone. It is not. All right.
Locuus, do you want to know how screwed and messy licensing and copyright laws are? One licensing deal done 30 years ago still has consequences today. Trust me, I know. I used to be an editor for a magazine.
There you go.
All right. So the mission is we have to kill this old spy master and someone else, I think, while also making it look like he's actually while making it obvious that we were the ones who did it. So of course we got to go rampage.
Sounds
No
like
one
a
will
plan.
suspect the clown.
Yeah. Could it be that clown? No, come on.
Also, going back to what you mentioned earlier about Path Radiance and Radiance Dawn, the ones for the game, and
Keeping way. Yeah.
we of being for Fire Emblem being the hardest ones in the entire series, that's because of a programming error.
Oh yeah, for the Wii version, I think they made easy into normal and normal into hard. Speaking of which, if you beat Path of Radiance on, I think, easy mode and try transferring the data or something like that, like it just messes up on the Wii version because they fucked with the difficulty settings when localizing it.
Because when they transferred over Radiant Dawn to the US, they accidentally deleted an easy mode, made normal mode from the Japanese version easy mode, made hard mode normal mode, and added in a deadly difficulty as hard.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that was accidentally. Like they did the same thing with like Kingdom Hearts 2. It's just that like they didn't expect to screw up programming. I don't think.
And because the American localizers really didn't know how to program in a new mode, do not play the hard mode on Radiant Dawn.
Yeah, it's like again that. Well, I said this before we went live, but that game literally gives you save states. You can save at any time, and it's still the hardest game in the series.
Yeah, and we have one from Alocandracanis. Yeah, Harmony Gold is so possessive of Macross Robotech that they sued Hasbro over the creation of recent Jetfire toys. Yeah, granted, I don't want to say much good about Hasbro lately.
Yeah, like it's one of those rare situations. Like, why am I rooting for Hasbro?
I mean, I was
around
just
the neighborhood, see what interesting things we can find, like Maple Tree Lane. We can conceal items in mailboxes. We can put guns in mailboxes. That's not going to arouse suspicion at all.
Well, I gotta say, by the way, one thing I don't see nearly enough of in games that I love whenever I do see it is being able to just go around like a regular neighborhood and go in houses. Like something about that is just so fascinating to me. Like,
Guys, we found the muffin stand.
nice. Also, yeah, I love going into houses in games. It's one of the things I don't like about Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon. The fact that you're going into houses?
Yeah, you can't go into house anymore. You can't do that. Like, it discourages exploration in a game that's all about exploration.
that's bizarre. Because like I've always wanted to play a game like Doom where you can just go around like a neighborhood. Like Doom 2 was kind of the closest it came to that, but like that's a reach because it's like look at the graphics and everything. But like to be able to actually like just enter a house and be like, oh, somebody lives here, like in The Last of Us or whatever. That's just like fascinating.
Yeah. And we have one from Mega Timmy Tommy. I also gotta recommend Hi-Fi Rush. I beat it yesterday and I loved it. Never heard of it.
Oh, that
This
game.
is a
That game.
where we can go around a neighborhood in this map, and like I said, I've just been looking forward to this one because it's such a different sort of Hitman map compared to all the other ones we've done, which are like big cities with tons of people. This is a suburban neighborhood with
this looks like you're in the wrong
muffin
game. It's
stands
amazing.
and houses we can go in and steal stuff. There's like so many cool things we could do, and why is that guy like questioning now? What is he suspicious about the muffin?
But to answer your it wasn't a question, but like Hi-Fi Rush was a game that was like just shadow dropped. It was like, by the way, this game's out now, and it has like a heavily cel shaded Jet Set Radio aesthetic, and it's like a musical sort of rhythm-based game in terms of running around and fighting bosses. So you fight to the rhythm. I don't know if I'm a fan of that aspect of the game, but it looks just gorgeous, and it's loaded with anime references.
I am gonna knock
That
people out
sounds
with
awesome.
muffins.
And 1 second, I'm having a little computer troubles. Let me fix this really quickly.
Captain Division 1983, thoughts on James Gunn's slate of the DC films? I was excited until he announced The Authority was going to be part of the opening titles. Let's not have the superhero deconstruction right off the bat. Also, I'm not excited about Damian Wayne being the first Robin to premiere when he is the 5th or 6th now. Did I just steal muffins? Yes, because I'm Propano.
Yeah, this is your worst crime by far.
Or perhaps baked sale.
1 second, I just...
Otherwise, I'm sure it'll be fine. You'll watch. I also don't want Booster Gold in the opening set of stuff. Let's much like how I don't want Jaime Reyes. I don't want a Jaime Reyes movie right off the bat. I want Ted and Dan established first. Maybe they'll be established in the movie, but I don't want a repeat of the New 52. Jaime works great as a legacy character. Let's have a legacy first.
Yes.
Discovered Highland Park Avenue. Made some mole in the old backyard.
Calm down, Demolition Man. Unless it's a flesh-eating mutant mole, you don't need explosives.
I think you do. I'm going to follow this mission. One of Janus's gardeners decided to clear a series of mole tunnels using explosives. I applaud his enthusiasm, but sadly local police are confiscating equipment. If you're to find at 47, it might be the perfect way to get rid of Janus. I like that plan. Explosives.
Just shove explosives down mole tunnels. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Disguise yourself as a gardener. All right. Gotta wait for the gardener. I'm going to feed him this muffin.
Oh, am I missing out on something here?
Sir, if the American police force looked to YouTube as guiding principle for standard procedure, I'm pretty sure civilization would have collapsed a long time ago.
But Tish. One RHPS fan, so would you be a Suburban commando, brother?
Oh, God.
Entirely possible.
Now, go find an arcade cabinet of Afterburner.
You're just a gardener. All alone. All over here. You're not paying attention. There is no one else around.
It really is entertaining to me that, like, this is a whole wide open area with lawns and driveways, and you're just, like, I know they actually can't see you, but you're just, like from a top-down view, you're just wide out in the open, and you're just, like, crouching behind someone like they'll never see me.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh my God.
You didn't see anything? Muffin!
Ah! What's in those muffins that can knock somebody down? It's a good thing you didn't eat them. They were filled with rocks, apparently. You were lucky to have stolen them and saved someone else the trouble.
I am actually a community helper. Alright, where am I supposed to go? I'm going to go over here.
Poisonberry, that's clever. Oh, JV Rose says...
JV Rose, so nice I don't work today, unlike yesterday. And Mega Timmy Time, just kill a man with a muffin? No, I stunned a man with a muffin, then I knocked him out. Random number guy, bombs for gophers. Is this Groundskeeper Willie?
No, this is, what's his name? Bill Murray's character from Groundhog Day.
Oh my God, someone has been knocked out. Such a shame, my partner in gardening.
Yeah, I can't let you pass. Sorry, sir.
Yup, it's a real shame. Be a real shame if someone were to sneak behind and steal the explosives.
Oh, by the way, regarding a much, like, at this point it's been several minutes, but the older comment about how it would be cool to add Daredevil to MVC3 to have him and She-Hulk and Phoenix Wright as the lawyer team. What's kind of funny is that, like, some people got on the She-Hulk TV show's case for breaking the fourth wall because they were like, oh, that's Deadpool's shtick. But, like, what's funny is even in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if you win a fight with She-Hulk where either... I forgot if you're fighting against Deadpool or if he's on your team. She-Hulk's victory quote is something like, if this game were released 10 years ago, I'd be the one talking to the camera. Like, it's amazing.
That's because as She-Hulk's her comic by John Byrne, she broke the fourth wall all the dang time. That was
like on the covers and everything.
Yep.
Like in the 80s, like 1980. I don't know if it started with that in 80 itself, but like it definitely got there.
Yep. All right, he's passed. I'm compromised, but who's gonna mention that I'm the gardener?
I'm back. My computer decided to auto-update and reset itself.
Oh, very fun.
All right, so I gotta go plant some explosives to kill some gophers. I'm doing a community service, really.
If this game was made in 1991, I'd be the one whacking you with the health bar. I don't know if She-Hulk goes that far with the fourth wall stuff, but she would absolutely be talking to the player.
Door unlocked. Oh dear. I'm just a man in the bushes. You don't see me. Don't know even why we're having a conversation. Do.
Actually, She-Hulk did go very far with a lot of the fourth wall breaking. Like, at one point, she literally lifts up the pages of the comic inside the comic.
Change outfit? Why would I change outfit? I need to go ask the guard for instructions.
Yeah, that's
wait
good
for
stuff.
this guy to turn around out away from, I'm just a gardener in the bushes. See my rake? I'm totally a gardener. Go back down that way, sir. You don't see me. Hello, I am the gardener. I understand you have a mold problem.
You're a godsend. Let's get straight to it. The sooner this is fixed, the sooner I won't have to listen to Mr. Janus's complaints.
Apparently the actual video game quote was, if this game was released in 1991, I'd be whacking you with a health bar. Welp, they certainly showed me.
As you can see, we have a mole issue.
Did I miss any super chats that I need to read while I was out?
He got him.
Okay.
Find me when you're done.
Yeah, I was stumbling on my words because I was about to say we got them, and I was like, that's not technically true.
Gonna block this hole here with this demolition block. Block 5 more mole holes. I feel like we're basically doing like an MMO mission here. Did I? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Did I only grab enough, like, one explosive? Do I have to go get more?
Maybe?
Oh my god, do I have to get more explosives? Put them
All
up
the
in
explosives. Ooh, put the explosives in the muffins, and then put the muffins in the old gopher holes. Exploding muffins.
Yeah, I will say one thing you missed was Propano chucked a muffin at a guy's head and just took him out. So we were like, damn, what the hell's in those muffins?
To be accurate, it did not knock them out completely. I still had to go over and punch them unconscious.
Yeah, but he went down hard, though.
Oh, yeah.
He just, it just collapses.
What are the muffins made of? Hardtack?
No,
Well, yeah,
I
was
was
saying
in
that...
there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was saying that Propano was like unwittingly doing the community a favor because like the muffins apparently have rocks in them or something.
I gotta get more muffins. This is important.
All the muffins.
Yoink. I'm also no longer being hunted, so I guess they have, completely accepted me as a gardener.
That's good.
Alright, so apparently I only stole 1 set of explosives. I need 5 more. Hopefully I don't have to keep running back and forth to get them.
That would be annoying. One RHPS fan. MMO, wouldn't it be weird if Murlocs show up?
Yeah, that one's over my head.
Warcraft.
Ah, fair enough.
Because this is essentially an MMO mission I'm doing. Where did I get the other explosives? I'm concealed, you don't see me!
Just major, like, Venture Brothers, like, ignore me!
It's
Energy.
like, there's only the...
Ignore me!
There's only the 1 explosive thing.
Huh.
So where the hell are the other ones?
Maybe in a building somewhere?
So I have to detonate and then do it
no other
again? I'm
explosives. You
confused.
could fill the holes with pretty much anything.
So we can fill the holes with muffins?
I mean, we've seen firsthand that maybe they're not deadly, but they're close.
Put like 1 explosive in there. Check elsewhere. I'll check back in the truck. Maybe there's more explosives in there we didn't find out about. Hello, fellow gardener. It's a clown suit. Just pick up these soda cans here. Never seen these soup cans, have you? Yes, actually. Yes, actually, what?
Oh, apparently there's only the 1 explosive. You can fill up the holes with other things.
Okay, so I need to find some other random junk to fill in there.
Yeah, I think the yes actually was in response to we could do it with the muffins.
Yes.
We're gonna do it with the muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Apparently he's Propano the Clown.
Don't worry, I have this thwack soda I'm going to put in there. Oh yeah, this is how you get rid of moles, you know. You know, some days you get rid of moles in non-traditional manners. For example, they hate thwack soda. Let's see, what would work best here? Oh, this Dr. Pep, they hate Dr. Pep.
Which is terrible. I mean, why would anyone hate Dr. Pep?
Well, I like to give it a nickname of Misery Juice.
Is he an accredited doctor is what I want to know.
Now, blueberries are actually a very effective way of killing off moles. Baseballs, yep, moles hate those. They're big basketball fans, absolutely hate them.
Could be worse. They could be fans of, crap, what was the name of that sport again? Highlight, I think it's called?
Well, what they absolutely hate doing, they're digital people now, they hate newspapers. Alrighty. Now then, we've dealt with the moles. I'm just going to, wait a moment for your guard assistant there to, look away. No particular reason, I just don't like the look of him. No, don't walk away from me. I'm the gardener. I'm done.
Let me have a quick look.
Yes, have a quick look. You'll see over here, I planted the newspaper.
A bit unorthodox.
A bit unorthodox, maybe, but you get the job done.
Let me get Mr. Jameson.
I planted the newspaper. Is it gonna grow into a newspaper tree?
Put it in the ground. Like this is how it works.
He's unorthodox, but he gets results.
Mega Timmy, tell me, why are you planting soda cans? Are you growing a leader tree?
Hey.
His whole vibe throws me off, but by God, he gets results.
Oh, he's here, Mr. Janice.
Kill him with the rake.
Why don't you expect all those mole holes? Oh, the holes are filled there.
I like the idea of killing him by just doing that Sideshow Bob thing where you just lay down a bunch of rakes around him.
Oh
You
god,
just-
yeah, that would be great if I put like a rake in one of the holes.
I recently saw the episode recently.
It's funny because it gets less funny as it goes, but then it goes so far that it becomes hilarious.
Yes. I'm actually loving my watching through Simpsons for the first time in my life.
Oh, I'll stay away from your son. Stay away. Forever. Good. What? Oh, no, I didn't. No. Marge, stay away from my son again. No.
Oops. Oh no, what an accident.
Such an accident.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go to this party right here and ignore me. Hey guys, what do you got here?
Strongly advise you to leave the area.
What you got in the hors d'oeuvres table? Ooh, you have apples. I like green apples.
Nothing at my position.
Oh, someone left this thwack soda right here. That's it. That's just inconvenient. You shouldn't do that. Look,
You should grab some more Dr. Pep.
Whatever it was, I don't
Dr. Pep.
Officer,
No.
how are you today? I'm just a gardener. You know what I like? I like me a good, clean, crisp Dr. Thwack. Dr. Pep.
Yes.
What do we got over here? Oh, yo, I'll take 2 burgers. Wait a second, you don't have a propane tank. I know a clown who can help you.
Be right back. Look over there.
Poison. Probably good burgers just lying around. I should have one of those.
I don't know why, but this neighborhood that you're in kind of reminds me of that one beginning part of Saints Row 4.
Huh?
You know, after you are the president, then you get put into the pod.
Sorry, I've
Go
never
be the
played any of
realtor
the
and kill the
games.
next, kill the person. Now kill the next person in the house. I probably will, but I need to unlock that mission. I need to find that out. So we'll go around the neighborhood and see if we can find the realtor. Which, hey, this for sale sign. Perhaps I am now a realtor in addition to being a gardener.
You know, if you put on a headset, then you'll be in virtual realty.
What's this? Is there a item for realtors?
I love the idea of the hitman just like ringing someone's bell.
Hello?
May I come in?
I am a gardener. I am a gardener. I'm interested in changing professions to realtor.
And now I'm going to go out and sell cars. You mean houses? Yes, of course. It's just like in a 101 Dalmatians. We're at the gas company. The electric company.
Yeah.
Cassidy's, right? Yeah. So I let him use the green shipping container to store some chemicals. I asked him.
Nah, I want to be the realtor. I think the realtor is going to be fun.
That it was only a sleeping agent. Get this. He told me to hit a silver bug.
Yeah, more mole holes I could be blocking. I mean, we were sent out here on a job. We should probably complete that. Put some Dr. Pep down the mole holes.
There are a lot of mole holes.
Every time he sees me.
What you looking at, Stripey?
The problem is he just won't shut up. Always ranting about that damn lawsuit and waving piles of paper at me. As if I give a rat.
I think he's a bird watcher.
The judge sorted out. What do I want?
A lawsuit between Janus and a local resident. It might be just what we're looking for.
I want added pay for this.
Batty lives in number 432.
Just pick one. All right, Doc. Sorry, I'm just stressing out here. Okay. Please, do what you can, all right?
There's the realtor. Here's covered. At the very least, I'm walking around this neighborhood. I can find all the locations, and we'll probably do another playthrough of this once we complete this one again. But the important thing is that they're doing exercise out here. That's the important thing right here. So, yeah.
Have you seen that Janice is nurse is added to camp?
Oh yeah.
No, he's not Waldo. He doesn't have the hat or the walking stick.
Spend more time with them than he does with Janice.
Got the bird watcher we saw down the street.
I walked past him and
Yeah.
I have to tell you,
Yeah, here.
it's into some pretty personal stuff with him. He shared his opinion on Janice. Let's just say it's not exactly overwhelmingly positive.
They are not. Where is the realtor? But you don't need another disguise? Yeah, the other disguise will be the realtor once I find them.
And this guy's, that guy's, who cares really?
You got a boat. It's nice to just explore the neighborhood, see what else is here. It's a fun time. Mega Timmy Tommy, we'll get you super chat in a minute. Food stand is where he's at. All right, we got to find the food stand.
And yes, Waldo does have a walking stick. It's something that he uses to open portals to other locations that he can travel to. It was in the old Where's Waldo cartoon show back from the 90s.
I didn't see that show. I did know he had a walking stick, but I thought it was just, like, for walking.
No, it's magic. You can open portals.
So Waldo's got powers? What happened to Wizard Whitebeard?
Well, the walking stick was given to Waldo by the wizard.
Are you kidding? The lore runs deep. Does the show go into Oddlaw?
Yes.
Oh my god, we have a winner.
I'm a realtor.
Negativity Tommy.
Like this house. It's very close to the street, and it has a great view of that house. I'm a realtor.
Is it weird that there are no kids in this suburb? Not even babies. It's just like the Spider-Man game. Where are the kids?
I bet you I legitimately know the answer to that.
Hey, key character available. Pest control.
The same reason Fallout 2 doesn't have kids in the European version. I bet they just standardized this game worldwide, and they don't want you to have the ability to kill children.
Yeah. 1 RHPS fan. Garbage day!
I disguise myself
as
a server. So I gotta find some way of luring him out somewhere where I can... Yoink, 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 yoink. All the muffins are mine. What are you gonna do about it? So the realtor is also a muffin salesman.
Weird.
Or I could do it to become... well, there's other server over here who I'm sure no problems whatsoever if we were to suddenly knock them out. Can you go inside here? We gotta unlock the door.
Oh, I see. These are the kids. Accelerated aging, like Village of the Damned. My god, what a twist.
But yeah, I know a lot about Where's Waldo, weirdly enough, because one of the very first times my brother tried creating his own tabletop RPG based around Where's Waldo when we were like 7 or 8.
Oh yeah, Britain has Where's Wally instead of Waldo. Yeah, fair enough. I did not know that was British slang for simpleton. That's interesting.
I didn't know that part either. Also, there's a new...
The muffin salesman is taking a nap behind... God damn it, it's a woman. I can't change into her clothes.
And can you actually not?
Yeah, no, it's a thing in the game. You can't cross-dress.
Oh, well...
Which is ridiculous considering it's just like all I would have to do is put on the apron. So
It's
somehow I gotta
Demon's
lure this
Souls
guy
rules.
back. I don't know how.
We're playing with Demon Souls rules. Dark Souls would let you cross-dress. Ooh, Daniel Brandt says, Propano repeatedly smashes the muffin button. Another super chat by... Oh, by the way, the previous one was by Daniel Brandt. I should have said that. But new super chat by Skibot99. Love your videos, though I'm curious. Why was the Snyder Cut too long to review, yet you're willing to review video games?
Video games are a different thing and much easier to summarize in during details. And even then, I have length limits for video games.
Okay, step back. I'll go and check.
And Robert Wilson says, I was wondering if you had any opinion of the Doom Patrol series.
Do you copy?
I've never watched it, so I wouldn't know.
I want to watch it.
Like, even the Ace Attorney game, I'm actually familiar with it, so I know enough to make it relatively easy to work with. But yeah, 4-hour movie. I mean, you've seen just from the last 2 Snyder movies how long those reviews end up being, and now you want me to cover a 4-hour version of that? No, that ain't gonna happen. I'm able to summarize Ace Attorney down pretty well. It might be a slightly longer review, but I'm not gonna let it be like 2 hours long.
I do like this one comment. Oh, you're not going to do Metal Gear Solid 4 and it's 20 hours of cutscenes?
Oh God, yes.
I think Metal Gear Solid 4 had like the world record for longest. I forgot if it was longest cutscene or longest end cutscene, and then Death Stranding beat that. Like it is straight up like over 2 hours like of just nothing but cutscenes at the end. So you can't be like, oh, let me pause and save. Like, nope, you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
How do I get in there to get the rat poison?
It's like Xenosaga as well. They're so good, but like you are just sitting there.
Also, even a weirder thing is that there's a new Where's Waldo show that came out a few years ago, and they made Odd Lulu.
But then it's not Waldo or Wally backward.
Nope.
Oh, speaking of which, you know what's kind of funny is like Wario. I thought it was like, oh, the M upside down is a W. But then they have like Waluigi, and I'm like, they're just putting Wa in front of character names. This is so weak. But it turns out that Wario is a pun of like Warui, which means like, what was it, like bad or something like that? And like,
it can mean bad or wrong.
There you go. And like, so that means Waluigi, like Waluigi. It's like actually the better pun.
Oh yeah, not only that, but Waluigi is even more than because what Ruigi means in Japan, which can mean double.
You're a double. Yeah, that's great. Like the levels, just references all the way, or not references, but like alternate meanings all the way down.
Waluigi is like the best pun.
What was that?
I'm talking to the muffin salesman.
Oh my. Okay, I was afraid you were asking a question to us. I was like, oh no.
Did you have keys that I failed to grab because I can't get in your house to get the rat poison?
Yeah, right.
Once like limit for video game reviews 30 hours, though I might reduce that at some point.
You know, I have a suggestion for a game to do for streaming sometime in the future. King's Quest.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, I actually just started streaming King's Quest 1 and 2 over the past 2 weeks, like just by pure coincidence.
I will always suggest King's Quest to people because I love King's Quest. It was one of the first game franchises I fell in love with.
Yeah, same. Like, it's funny because, like, in my D&D group, I'm the only one among any of us who has played it. And so, like, every so often, when a contextual relevance comes up, I'll be like, oh, this is like that time in King's Quest, and like everyone's just like, whatever, man. Like my former college roommate had tried playing it once, but it was like an NES emulator, and he's playing King's Quest V, and that's the game with, you know, the poisonous snake, and like he wasn't aware of like point and click style video games, so he walks up to the snake, and like the snake bites you, you die, game over, and he's like, oh, this game sucks, and I'm like, no, you don't understand how freaking awesome this series is. You're just experiencing it like in the worst way possible.
Not only that, but the Nintendo version of King's Quest V is notoriously the worst version of King's Quest V.
Yeah, it's a bad version, but like also like an enemy. Do I fight it? And then they just text, oh, you died. And he's like, oh, this is bullshit. They need to watch my streams, man.
Investigating distraction. Why are you not investigating the distraction? The radio's turning on and off. Come over here so I can steal a key. I don't even know if a key is necessary. I just need to like get your rat poison in that house.
Oh, there you go. Luigi's name comes from Waluigi or something like that, meaning similar. I thought it was like just Ruigi, but like, yeah, meaning similar. Because, yeah, Luigi was literally Green Mario.
To be honest, they also wanted to have Waluigi.
Yeah, that's very funny. And then they were like, we're not doing that. Also, I see in the chat there was an NES King's Quest. There was an NES King's Quest 5.
Yes, there was only an NES King's Quest 5.
Yeah, 1 through 4 required exposure.
Yeah.
Maybe you break a window and climb in through that?
Bullcrap's what it is. That's what it is.
KQ5 might be my first experience with the series, but the first one I beat for sure was 2, and then I got 6 later. And 6 is just hands down the best for me. Like, other people have different opinions, like 5 or 7, but I love 6.
I'm going back to the garden party, and apparently there might be rat poison there.
I think the first one I played was King's Quest 4.
Oh, that's a class. That's like one of the. Oh no, we talked about this before. It's like possibly like the first Western game with a female protagonist, and you said there
Yep.
might have been like a Japanese one that came earlier.
Yeah. There was a Japanese one that came earlier, and I found it. I found the name of it after that conversation, but I forgot it again. And it was when they brought it to the West, they changed the character from a girl to a guy.
Fudging it. Oh, also, I didn't even think about this. Waluigi's appearance, especially the nose, was based on Boyaki from Yatterman. Like, I have very little Yatterman experience, but that does check out. I looked up the picture very recently of Doranjo and her two subordinates because, of all things in the world, they're referenced in God Hand, where they look like normal people that fight you. It's pretty amusing.
Mega Timmy Tommy, anybody remember that ultra dark and serious King's Quest game where everyone turned to stone? It was actually the first King's Quest game that I was ever exposed to. There is no Mask of Eternity.
Yeah, but it's fun. Again, it's funny you mentioned that. That's what I said in my King's Quest 1 stream. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go through this whole series, but there's only 7 games, I promise. But yeah, like when I first heard about KQ8, like it's dark. You get to walk around in real time. People have turned to stone. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. And then like I never got to see or play that game. And like when I finally saw it, like over a decade later, I was like, this is atrocious.
I got it when it came out.
Oh, I see a comment in chat. Wasn't Metroid the first with female protagonist? No, because that's when we were playing on consoles. We're talking computer games, man. We're talking like 1980, like what, 7 or 8 or something.
We're talking like
Metroid is damn old. Like that's really close. But I think
someone just left their their clothes right here, and it looks like it's like the same disguise I'm currently wearing.
I don't know if you
You
should
see,
leave
so
it,
I
like,
didn't need to knock at anybody. I could have just done that.
Yes, and King's Quest 4 came out in like 84.
Was it that early? I thought like King's Quest 1 was like 84.
Place muffin on a serving
Now,
plate.
let me check it up. King's Quest.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
4. I'm pretty sure it was like in the mid.
No, it says 88. It might have been it.
Okay, yeah. It was 88. Well,
Okay,
technically,
right.
actually, Metroid would still be a Japanese game, not the first Western-made game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Throw
Yeah,
this car
Western
battery
still-
at his head and end that part of the mission right there.
Yeah, so you got me there then with Metroid.
But there is a game before Metroid that had a female protagonist. 1 second.
Oh, you know what is kind of fun, by the way? King's Quest 2 may very well be the very first video game with Count Dracula in it.
That's pretty strange. Sir?
And you beat him by typing "Kill Dracula."
I'm not going to count Miss Pac-Man as the first one because that's... No, I'm not counting Miss Pac-Man.
As iconic as it is, that was basically like a fan mod.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was. Kurumi Hime from Ninja Princess.
Okay, I was gonna say I know what Hime is. Kurumi, I did not know.
And apparently there were some others before that one. Apparently the first one was a character named Billy Sue in a game called Wabbit.
I've never even heard of that.
It was an Atari 2600 game.
Well, there you go.
And it also wasn't. It was a. Oh, so that is actually the very first game with a female protagonist.
You guys worry so much about stuff, and like here I am, easily able to just grab a guy, pull him into some bushes, no problem. Look at this. Look at this. That was so easy. I don't think I even needed the poison. I think I just like, or did I actually poison the muffin? I don't even know. Doesn't matter.
No.
I did the job. Anyway, oh looky here, I am the real estate man. Would you like to know about this property? Hello, Mr. Cassidy. I was distracted by muffins. You should really try some. Come, let us go to the house.
My estate is as real as
that
it
I'm
comes.
going to show. Last one on the right far end. Come, I am a realtor.
Yes, Mr. Cassidy.
The first openly LGBT protagonist. That is a bit more complicated.
We make a quick execution here. Of course, Mr. Cassidy.
Oh, openly, that's tough. I would assume this would be in like the 90s or 2000s or something, but like even then, I don't know about openly.
Yeah, I think the most, unless you're counting like computer games where you're able to date whoever you want, because that was a thing in the There's a few of those in the 90s.
That is true, but that's more on you than like the nature of the character.
Well, this is really an example of them not actually knowing how Realtor stuff works, because he hid the key in the thing there, in the planter there, instead of like having a little lockbox.
Yeah, you would definitely have a lockbox for the key. Benjamin Hall, does the Noid count as male or female? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've been avoiding it for decades.
Convince Cassie to buy the house.
Oh, any opinion on the Dead Space franchise? I've played the trilogy and Extraction, and I like them, but I haven't looked into the remake. I will say 3 is the black sheep for a reason, but I do think it's underrated. The multiplayer-only missions have, like, actually legitimately effective sanity effects, because to play multiplayer, you're, like, connecting online, so you can't see your friend's screen, so you will see something that they don't, and vice versa, and it's very effective.
Come downstairs into my creepy basement, Mr. Cassidy, while your assistant eats an apple.
Oh,
so you can see this basement has many luxury things, like a couch and a tank. But you know what it also has? Gun!
A gun.
There we go.
T. Williams CA, I love point and click, like Sierra and LucasArts, but those games are also blamed for introducing Moon Logic. Yes, but the worst examples of Moon Logic aren't done by them, and were actually done by... wasn't it the company that did the Discworld game?
Oh, I know what you mean, but I don't know which one that was, but I'll find out real quick.
I like point and click too, the one where I point and click a gun and I shoot things.
Perfect Teeny Weeny Games and Perfect 10 Productions?
Yeah. They're the ones who really introduced Moon Logic like no tomorrow.
Sierra was pretty... Well, there was a Monkey Island puzzle with like a rubber chicken that's notoriously famous. There was Gabriel Knight 3, where you had to like use sticky tape to get like cat fur as it runs away into like a hole, so you could use it as a fake mustache for your license. Like, it's bananas. King's Quest 1 had... Number 1, you had to just know your fairy tales. Like, the hints were not in-game. So number 1, you had to know the guy's name is Rumpelstiltskin. Number 2, you had to find the note that said think backwards. And number 3, no, not like that. It's A equals Z, B equals Y, C equals X. So, like, what's my name? And it's like it's just banging your keyboard.
And then, of course, you have the infamous one from King's Quest V with Custard Pie Beats Yeti.
Or have twitch reflexes and click to throw the shoe at the cat.
I'm sorry, but like, I left the muffin there, but because I didn't poison it, like, he just keeps investigating the distraction.
That's annoying, but pretty funny.
Like, I'm going to investigate this muffin. What is this? Is this a muffin? I think that's a muffin.
Just eat the goddamn muffin! They're free!
I'm pretty sure this might be a muffin.
Anyway, we need to investigate some clues.
Shooters of just a point and click adventure. That's pretty funny.
Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those...
Oh, and KQ5 also had powering the magic wand machine with like moldy cheese for no reason.
Yes, the power of cheese.
Like, get the hell out of here. And King's Quest 2 had throw a bridle at a venomous snake because it was actually a horse the whole time. Like what?
Yep. I love King's Quest. Like, it's just... A lot of it is basically... You just have to know a lot of fairy tale stuff.
Yeah. Which I get. That was, like, relatively common knowledge, but still, it's outside the game.
Yeah.
Sir, I will have to check you.
And being since I had these, like, massive books of fairy tales when I was a kid...
Of course, frisk me and my... And nothing suspicious at all, like my guns. Or my muffins.
Posing to assert dominance.
Good job, sir.
I don't know what a Neelix is.
Neelix is the goofy...
It's a Star Trek Voyager thing.
Yeah, like the comic relief guy.
Alright, I'm in.
I'm still working my way through Next Generation.
I gotta locate the frog habitat.
It's a little difficult because I don't have Paramount Plus anymore.
I'm not suspicious! You don't know anything about me!
Good afternoon, sir. Okay.
I'm in the garage, you guys. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, look at that. There seems to be a generator. Someone should fix that.
And I don't remember if Star Trek Next Generation is on any other streaming service.
It was on Netflix for a while.
But I really want to finish Next Generation so I can watch Deep Space Nine, because everybody, from what I've heard, it sounds interesting.
DS9 is great. What do we got down here? We got a wrench. Trusty wrench. And the disguise is one we're already wearing. Should have picked up the coins. I forgot to grab those again.
And other than the first 2 seasons of The Next Generation, it is better than the original series.
The note mentions another house.
But those first 2 seasons are rough.
Of which one? TNG?
So I've got a job to do, and that is to investigate the frog habitat. That's the mission I'm on. I don't care about any vacant houses. Frog habitat behind the house. Gotta locate it.
The first 2 seasons of The Next Generation are just really rough.
I heard 1 was particularly rough. I didn't like. I guess 2 also. I didn't know it kept bleeding over.
2 still is very, very rough. Doesn't start out well with the child. It's better. It is a lot more solid episodes, but season 1 especially is bad, and season 2 is not great. Season 3 is basically a soft reboot of the show, and you can tell already because it has the better uniforms.
I will give you that. The better uniforms are better. At first I was thinking when I was watching the first season of The Next Generation of, so is this just worse than the original series?
Well, I heard a theory that at least some of the episodes from season 1 might have been like holdover episodes from the 60s series because they seemed weirdly dated.
Here's the thing. There are 2 episodes that are holdovers from the attempted reboot of Star Trek in the late 70s, early 80s. From Phase 2. That is The Child, which is the first episode of Season 2, and Devil's Due, which they actually did in Season 4.
Wow, okay.
Pluto TV has Star Trek, apparently. Find James' letter, so we gotta find that somewhere.
So, yeah, I have Pluto TV. I can watch it on there.
Babe was there to look at the frogs. Yeah, likely story.
But yeah, I've been rewatching not rewatching. I've been watching the shows I never watched as a kid. And, the stuff that are big parts of nerddom that I was never involved in, like Star Wars, Star Trek, The Simpsons.
Where is the frog habitat?
I mean, I will say I've, to this day, never seen a single episode of Star Trek, although I have seen The Wrath of Khan and the 2009 reboot movie.
You should correct that.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of classic stuff, and I've seen clips, and I'm like, oh, these do look very good, but I've never seen a full episode.
Like I said, we should correct that. Like, do like a private stream where we have you watch Star Trek and see how you react.
Yeah, there you go. But it'll exclusively be TNG season 1, and I'll be like, oh, this entire franchise is terrible.
This is a good find, 47.
Where is the frog habitat?
The only one I'm dreading getting to, well, there's 2 I'm dreading getting to because I've heard very mixed things about them. And those are Voyager, where everyone keeps on telling me that the captain is a maniac. And
Janeway, the problem, a lot of it is the problem. Ooh, trespassing here. Janeway is inconsistently written, and as a result, she comes across as kind of insane.
And Enterprise, because everyone tells me that it's like the first 2 seasons of The Next Generation, but for most of the series.
Season 3 and 4 get a lot better, but it's a rough start. Basically, think of white trash tourists in space.
Oh God!
I have found the frog habitat. Now I need to find a buried item.
Okay.
It seems to be on the map. I'm not seeing anything pop up.
You know what's kind of funny is, like, I saw the 2009 movie, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. But, like, I didn't realize until way later, especially after watching, like, The Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, that, like, both The Force Awakens and Star Trek 2009 were, like, what a person who hasn't really followed either series knows of Star Trek and Star Wars. So they're like, yeah, I think that checks out. But the people who've been, like, deep in it are like,
Star Trek 2009 was the best Star Wars movie in years.
That's what I heard even at the time. Yeah, there's a lot of pew-pew laser stuff, and I was like, Star Trek, adventure. But, like, I didn't realize, like, how deliberate, like, the older episodes were.
Yep. You should watch the series. It's a lot of fun. It's very smart. Some episodes are obviously dumber than others, but that's just that. Okay, I found it. I think.
I do see
I didn't find it. I just picked up a frog.
Oh, fair enough.
Where is the buried item?
I do see a comment in the chat about what, the frog?
I picked up a frog apparently.
Marvelous.
Personally, my favorite episode of the original series is the Menagerie.
What was that?
Personally, my favorite episode of the original series is the Menagerie.
So the 2-part episode, which is basically retooling the pilot.
Yes.
Wow.
I like Pike. Pike is awesome.
Sorry, Renfield. You can approve their message. They're referencing a meme from Alex Jones. Just like, no, let's not even give credence to that piece of crap. I get what you're referencing. I know you're not serious with it, but no, let's not.
Yeah.
Where's the buried item?
No, I do see a comment in chat about I've been going through the X-Men animated series to prepare for the Disney Plus sequel. Surprisingly good, despite the stiff animation and network limitations.
Oh yeah,
that is a legit good series. But like everything I heard about season 5, they're like, oh, watch out for season 5, and I was like, how bad could it be? Season 5 is atrocious, but the first 4 are legit good.
Okay,
season 5 is basically like they change animation studios, but it's rough, but you can get past it. But somehow the writing is just weaker. I don't get how that happens.
Oh, that's actually because most of the writers left to go and work on another show.
Well, that's annoying.
Because the final episode of season 4 was supposed to be the final episode.
And you know what kills me is the final episode of the series is called Graduation, and I'm like, what a perfect title for this. X-Men takes place in a school. There's no graduation. It's just called that.
To be fair,
To be fair,
when did we ever see them actually doing school stuff during the series?
Yes.
You have a point.
That's one of the things I will give X-Men Evolution over the 90s show.
Yeah, also, by the way, both series openings are freaking amazing.
Okay, there has yet to be a bad X-Men animated series.
Where's the
I wonder what the one the arcade game was based on was going to be, because we only got that first episode with Australian Wolverine.
Years ago.
I'm actually working on a thing for my channel where I'm going to be doing a what if that had gotten made into a full series using the concept of second revision.
Nice. Also,
one RHBS fan, Lewis, have you seen Star Trek Prodigy? No, I have not. I do want to watch it though. You're gonna need a shovel.
A shovel? By the way, one of my favorite moments.
Grab a shovel then, I guess.
I will say one of my favorite moments in the X-Men animated show, I think, was in the very first episode with Morph, where he just starts flipping out and trying to escape the base. He's turned evil or whatever. And
Yeah.
Wolverine confronts him, and he's like, "Aw, don't tell me you were gonna leave without saying goodbye." And then Morph points a gun at him and goes, "Goodbye." I'm like, "Oh my god, it was amazing."
Morph was great. Here's the funny thing. The longest Morph has ever been alive has been in that 90s show.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's just it's like Nash from Street Fighter. Like that guy just cannot possibly make it to the end credits.
Because, he first showed up as a villain back in the 60s. His next appearance after he showed up as a villain was when he died as an X-Man pretending to be Charles Xavier.
Where is...
This one's for you, Morph.
Then he got brought back to life in the pages of She-Hulk, only to die again in the next issue.
Chat, I don't know if you're joking or not, but in case you don't, I've never actually watched Lower Decks, and I don't want to watch Lower Decks, and I'm not going to watch Lower Decks.
Yeah, that's one of those shows I've heard, like, once you get into it, oh, this is actually pretty clever, but those trailers are like the biggest turnoff for me ever.
Everything I've seen about, I mean, people can talk about, oh, it's actually much smarter than that, but every single frickin' GIF and clip of it I see just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. You people can feel free to like it. I actively avoid it, and I don't want to get into it because for one thing, I'm not interested in a Star Trek comedy. I'm especially not interested in a No, I'm not mad at you, chat. I'm not. I'm not angry at you, Mr. Video. I am not angry at you over this. I have strong opinions. I'm not interested in a Star Trek comedy. I'm especially not interested in a Star Trek comedy that makes fun of Star Trek all the time. Because if I want something that makes fun of Star Trek, I'll watch Red Dwarf. I'll watch actual comedies. I especially don't want it to be canon to the entire thing. Oh, they make jokes about what people do in the holodecks and the waste left behind. Who wants that? Why would I want that in an actual Star Trek show? Oh, I know they revisit DS9 and they make a joke about the fact that the opening theme song, they rotate around the station a lot. It's like, oh, let's just rotate around it a bit because we're not ready. It's just like, why would I want to watch this? It's funny as a joke post. It's not something I want to watch as a serious show, which, obviously it's not a serious show, it's a comedy, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Where is a shovel? God damn it, I know I've seen them. I'm doing great, guys. I'm great at killing. I'm not actually great at being a gardener.
There's a shovel over near where you put the stuff in the molehills.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back. Okay, I can get in the backyard, can't I? Because I'm still wearing the security guard outfit.
Garden next to the frog habitat.
But
in the garden next to the frog. God damn it! I was just there.
No, I was gonna say before I read the chat, my guess was gonna be in every single garage in the level.
But
oh yeah, I want to make sense. I'm trespassing. How am I trespassing?
Because there's somebody there.
Anyway, here's a shovel.
But then Morph got brought back to life in Necrotia and died off panel in that event.
Wait, he got brought back to life in what was it called?
Necrotia. It was a X-Men event in the late 2000s.
Necrotia on the nose.
It was basically a storyline kind of like the Blackest Night book for X-Men.
Wow. Okay.
Team YMCA, speaking of Star Trek comedy, watch Galaxy Quest. Yes, I have seen Galaxy Quest. I like Galaxy
Quest.
Great
movie. And then Morph got brought back to life on Krakoa, only to die like 5 panels after he was seen brought back to life.
Yeah, that's like a meme. Like, it reminds me of did you ever see the animated movie Turtles Forever, where the Ninja Turtles from the 80s and the 2000s crossed over?
Yes.
Yep, I actually enjoyed that back in the day. I understand why people don't like it, though.
Well, there's one part that really amused me, because they made a nod to the comics. They enter for a brief period, like the comic universe, and Shredder just shows up, and he's like, I'm gonna get you, and he just immediately falls off a building and dies. And it's like, yeah, that's about right. It's like
watched the Harley Quinn series. Yes, I have.
Yeah, like I don't know if this will hit the same. Have either of you watched Fist of the North Star?
No, but I reviewed the first chapter of it years ago for a Patreon sponsored review.
Okay, because well, you know how Shin like kickstarts the whole thing, and it's like I gotta get revenge on Shin. Like in the anime, it takes a good while to get to him, but he's dealt with in like volume 1 of the manga, and it's like, oh, huh, all right.
All right, I have a shovel. I have to find the frog habitat again. And supposedly, with that, we can dig up the thing and finally put an end to this mission. And we'll put an end to the main part of the mission. Then we're going to come back and see what fun ways we can do this.
Okay, yes, Lego Maniac, if I count the Exiles morph, that is the longest living morph.
Yes, because Exiles morph is actually really awesome.
And is still alive! No. In the after where your thing ends in the review you did, they did another Exiles run where Morph came back to life.
Oh, hey, that's neat. Which run was that? I don't remember that.
It was volume 4.
Is that the one where Blink is getting like just kind of transported around everywhere?
Yeah, it's one where Blink teams up with Iron Lad, Peggy Carter, Valkyrie, and Toon Wolverine.
Gotcha. Yeah, I lost track of that after a few issues. But good on that. Morph was good. I hate that they killed him off. I get why.
But yeah, Morph is back to life, so yeah, that's the only Morph that's allowed to live, apparently. Because even Age of Apocalypse Morph is dead now.
Thoughts on Sliders? Sliders is great. I haven't watched it in forever, and I would love to actually properly rewatch the series.
Sliders is such a great show.
I know it's disappointing after a while because of what happened with this after they moved to the Sci-Fi Channel. And I saw the final episode of it back in the day, where it ends on a cliffhanger. Don't do that.
That's because they were hoping that the cliffhanger would get them another season.
Yeah, don't do that. There's no guarantee that will actually happen, and instead you just piss off your fans who wanted some kind of conclusion.
Yeah. Truth, Hope, Love. Hear about the guy who made Batman Fortunate Son and Batman Jazz? Okay. What about them?
They're actually a pedophile.
Oh! No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Also, someone saw the movie off the Fist of the North Star. Well, I saw the animated one. I did not see the live-action one.
Okay, that's something of Fist of the North Star I have seen. I have seen the live-action movie.
Okay, what's the clue I obtained from this guy?
That is the only thing of Fist of the North Star I've actually seen.
I've seen the whole anime series. It's very good. And I've seen some of the OVAs, which are basically higher quality retellings of some of the more iconic moments, like Kenshiro versus Thouser and stuff like that.
People have told me, from my experience of only having seen the movie, that the show is so much better.
The show is very good, but like it looks kind of jank. Like my friend in college originally showed it to me because he saw clips online and he was like, "This looks so goofy. Like let's watch this to like MSG3K riff on it because of how corny it looks." And we ended up getting just sucked in. And we're it's an iconic series that's been influential to other forms of media, and it's like it's really good.
I mean, it's very standing basic. In the door all day. That's all she does. The door is open. She just stands there.
That's my job in this video game. But like it's very like until the series develops more of like a bigger plot, it basically is just like walk up to Punk, I'm badass, take him out. Like, yeah, that's the hero. So it takes a little bit to get going in more of like an actual plot direction, but like it gets surprisingly engaging.
How do I keep losing the damn frog habitat?
You gotta be kidding me.
But I watched a lot of those like late 80s, early 90s anime movie adaptations. Like my favorite was The Guyver.
Back here. God bless it.
I need to see The Guyver. That was with freaking David Hayter as The Guyver.
Yes, in the second one.
That's crazy.
I forget who played the Guyver in the first film, but the first film also had, if I remember right, Mark Hamill.
Yep. How am I trespassing? God damn, bless it.
Oh, by the way, Lewis, are you going to too many games this summer?
I'm supposed to. I sent a message to Ryan Scott about it, but I have not heard back. He said before that we said we would talk about it at the beginning of the year, but he said it would probably happen. Okay,
because I asked because David Hayter's apparently supposed to be there.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I'm supposed to go, but I need to get in touch so we can actually make it happen. Because I was supposed to go in 2020. And then, as you may have noticed, some things happened.
A bunch of... I think he was supposed to go in 2020 as well, and everyone was like, oh, this is our big chance. And, like, yeah, just everything got shut down.
Is there a map I can actually frickin' check? Where is the god-blessed frickin' frog?
Oh, Jeffrey Combs is in the movies, the Guyver movies, I guess. He's named Dr. East after Herbert West. Yeah, because he was in Reanimator. That's great.
Okay, that one. This way? Okay. I think. Maybe. We'll see. I located the damn frog habitat. I'm gonna go back there. I'm still not gonna be able to find it even with the goddamn shovel.
Then there was this, like, live-action Dragon Ball movie from the 90s that was made in, I think, China?
Oh,
Korea is what you're thinking of.
Korea. Okay, Korea was made in. I don't remember where it was made, but I just remember seeing that when I was younger, and it was great.
Yeah, I riffed on that live at Youmacon years and years and years ago with Spoonie, and I want to say Little Kribo was there for that, but I can't remember.
Oh, Mark Hamill was the guy who turns into a roach and died, and not Guyver. Fair enough.
Yep.
It is kind of funny when Mark Hamill has just randomly, like, more minor roles and stuff like that. It's like, oh, here, like, in Metalocalypse, he was a guy who had, like, a couple lines before dying in, like, one episode. Like, oh, okay.
You know, weirdest thing about Guyver is it's not great, but for a Toku movie, you know, they went all out and they got great monster suits. It's just the movie itself is not great.
The second movie is actually better storyline-wise than the first one is.
Okay, I have the shovel now. Where is the buried item?
Which is insane that a sequel is better than the first one. Because that rarely ever happens. But they're both kind of... cheesy. They're both cheesy. Then there was also this... what was another one of those live-action anime movies from back then? Oh! My favorite one of all of those from back then was City Hunter.
Oh, the Jackie Chan one?
Yes.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the famous Chun-Li scene.
It is such a silly movie.
Excellent, fine. All right, now I got to go back to Muffin Man and try to figure out what the hell, how I get the clues from him.
Oh, and then there are the secret anime movies like Black Swan and Paprika. Or not Black Swan. Yeah. Black Swan and Inception. Excuse me. Inception is Paprika, and Black Swan is Perfect Blue.
And then, of course, you have The Matrix, which was just trying to be anime the movie.
Well, The Matrix was Ghost in the Shell the movie before Ghost in the Shell the movie.
And it's still a better Ghost in the Shell movie than the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Yeah, right.
Also, you have some video game movies from back then, like Street Fighter, which is...
Street Fighter's fun. It's dumb as hell, but it's fun. And same with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, I think, is, like, legitimately good. Like, it's corny, but, like, when it is on purpose.
Street Fighter the movie is great. I'm not... I don't know anyone who actually... Like, if you actually watch that movie, it is a freaking phenomenal piece of cinema. Purely for Raul Julia.
Well, I love that Blanca is transformed Charlie. Like, that's not the lore, but that's legitimately clever.
Oh, yeah. Because it's neat, because Carlos is literally just another version of Charles.
I need to
get
close to that clue, so I think I'm gonna have to change costumes again.
Even though I love Raul Julia in Street Fighter, that is not my favorite character. Raul Julia is not my favorite actor in that film. It's whoever was playing Zangief.
Zangief's pretty fun as well.
You got paid.
Also, Mortal Kombat 2 made Mortal Kombat feel worse in retrospect. Do you mean the video game or the movie? Because, like,
the movie
is way worse, but I still love it.
Annihilation is bad.
Annihilation is
it's bad, but I watched it on TV so many times. I saw it in the theaters. Like, it's fun to laugh through. Like, Mortal Kombat 1, I will watch, like, this is a good movie, but Annihilation it's a different kind of fun. I just love when Shao Kahn goes, like, I forgot what the setup for his big payoff was, but, like, I've conquered the world or whatever, but he goes, like, and it is glorious! And, like, I love that line delivery.
And did you know what? Raul Julia was completely on board with doing a Street Fighter 2.
Well,
then he died.
Sign on because like his kid liked the games or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll
Yep.
do it for the kid." Like that's awesome.
He signed on because his kid loved the games, but he had such a fun time making the film that when the movie was wrapping up and they asked him, "Hey, would you be willing to return if we did a sequel?" He was like, "This, yes, call me immediately." And then he died.
And meanwhile, even though Street Fighter 2 is a video game, T-Hawk did not show up in the movie The Game because apparently that actor was like, "I'm done," and he just left.
Yeah.
Also,
Cleodora Silvestri. I will die on the hill of defending the Street Fighter movie. Raul Julia is an amazing actor. The Legend of Chun-Li, however, can burn a dumpster. Agreed!
Agreed.
I know that Legend of Chun-Li has a line from Bison where he goes, "But even milk has an expiration date." And it's like, especially milk. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh. Legend of Chun-Li is such a bad... That is one of the movies I think gives the idea of video game movies a bad name. Because there's actually not as many bad video game movies as people think.
God damn it, he knows I'm not...
The first Tomb Raider movie is cheesy as hell, but it's still fun.
Yeah, and honestly, the first Tomb Raider's got, like, its fair share of, like, one-liners and snark. Like, it's cheesy as well. It is.
Mortal Kombat, the first one, is great. Street Fighter is great.
Mortal Kombat is great because, like, it's a fighting tournament. Here are the fighters. Like, that's the whole game. Like, you can't screw that up.
Heck, even the Dead or Alive movie is cheesy as freaking hell, but I still like it.
Yeah, Dead or Alive is surprisingly competent. Although, one thing I like about Mortal Kombat 1 is they acknowledge Sub-Zero and Scorpion should be deadly enemies, but they're just not for the sake of this movie. And I'm like, you know what? Thanks for telling me. Like, and same thing, even with Annihilation, this is such a stupid thing to bring up, but you know how Motaro and Shiva just openly despise each other throughout the entire movie?
Yep.
Do you know why that is? Because they never explained it in the movie.
It's from something in the games. I don't remember what it was.
It's in, like, the instruction manual of, like, 3. Like, their races hate each other because there was, like, a war a long time ago.
Right, that
was it's not even they hate each other personally, although they probably do, but, like, it's just, it's a lore thing that, like, the gamers will know. And, like, you know what? I appreciate that they, like, went for it.
Also, we have a super chat. Siren Field. Amazing that somebody mentioned Metalocalypse aside from me. Although, slight correction. He's in the main cast, including as the big bad, but we have a glorious one where Mark Hamill kills Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew him as the cook who died in, like, a helicopter blade, like, after, like, a minute. I didn't realize he had a bigger role, but that's pretty funny.
It's the first time we run into an exit we can't just leave out of.
Megan Timmy Tommy, what do we think of the Mortal Kombat reboot? I like it, but it has problems.
Haven't seen it. I heard that Kano actually has a part where he says Kano wins, which is very funny, but I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, the big problem with the reboot movie is they have the focal character be a character who is not in the games.
Yeah, when there's like 35 or something playable characters and they go with Mr. Generic Cole Young. I actually saw an extremely interesting...
I'm just taking the bus out of the mission.
Fair enough. But no, like I saw an extremely interesting theory on Facebook before the movie came out. The main guy's name is Cole Young, right? Well, like, I saw like an interesting what-if scenario. Sub-Zero's real name is Bihan, like he's the guy from Mortal Kombat 1, and then he dies and becomes Noob Saibot. But Sub-Zero's younger brother, like the good guy, his name is Kuai Liang. And someone was like, what if Cole Young is an Americanization of Kuai Liang and the big reveal is that he's Sub-Zero too? Like, that would have been so cool, but like, no, he's just Guy.
He's actually supposed to be Scorpion's great-great-great-great-great-grandson, and apparently Scorpion, instead of just dying like 30 years ago, died hundreds of years ago, back during...
But why though?
They're just adding lore, unneeded, complicated lore.
Sub-Zero, like I know that they go for the old-timey like feudal look, and he actually fights with like a rope and a, I forgot what they call it, but the rope with the barb at the end of it. But like,
yeah,
Sub-Zero and his brother are like alive now. Like this didn't have to be that long ago.
Berlin, the Ark Society.
Providence is more obscure outfits.
You know, there is one character that showed up first in extended material of Mortal Kombat that I wish would show up in the Mortal Kombat games.
So where is it?
Oh, I see in the chat the point for the rope was kunai. Maybe it was a kunai attached to it, but I thought there was a different term for it, because kunai, I think, are traditionally thrown.
Actually, kunai are traditionally used as a punching dagger.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Janus was the Ark Society's founder.
But yeah, there is a term for the when you put it on a rope. I'm trying to remember the term, and I can't. So I'm drawing a blank.
I thought it was like surprisingly basic. It's called like rope and something, or I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
Kunai rope dart, is that it?
Could be.
I mean, I'm like, maybe it is just a kunai attached to a rope.
I do wonder if anyone's really actually into the story of Hitman.
Well, like the closest I ever came was Hitman 2 on the GameCube, but then they like full rebooted it afterward, I think, with the HD games.
I've always wanted Artline to show up in the Mortal Kombat games.
No, I mean the story of these Hitman games, like all espionage and secret organizations, and it's just like I just want to kill bad people.
Yeah, right.
Like the fun missions are when we take out real assholes and we feel real satisfaction with them going down.
Okay, Kyoketsu Shoge? I haven't seen that term, but fair enough. That looks about right.
Yeah.
I also see rope dart. Fair enough.
No, kunai with chain is something else. Fire puppies.
Oh, the kunai with the chain? Oh, with like the ball as the weight on the other end or something?
That's
yeah.
Yeah, there's another thing for that.
Alright, let's go back and see what other fun things we can do. Blah, blah, blah. When do we go back to killing people?
Yeah, right.
Alright, let's go back to the Suburban mission, see what other fun ways we can kill them.
Kusari Fondo? Kusari Gama was the chain and the ball. That sounds right.
Yeah.
It's weird that this is the visual they picked for this. This is just like a garden decoration. But it looks like we're at, like, some global fair thing as opposed to just, like, suburban house.
Yeah, that does look like you're in, like, an office building's, like, meeting room or something. Also, yeah, I should have remembered Kusarigama. Like, I use that all the time in Neo.
I still prefer, when it comes to any type of chain weapon, my favorite is always the Manriki Gusari.
Which one's that?
It's basically a small lead ball on a large length of chain.
So kind of like what Earthquake uses in Samurai Showdown?
It's what Michelangelo uses half the time when he doesn't use it.
I do know what you're talking about. And by the way, I also like the move or the weapon like with the larger blade on one end. That's also on a chain. What was the? Oh my god! What was that other guy's name in Samurai Showdown? Like the guy who can lightly teleport. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I can't remember their name. It's been no such time since I played Samurai Showdown.
I'll find him quickly enough. I love that guy.
The long box can be destroyed. No.
Even if it could, would you want to try and destroy it? Like, legitimately, trying to destroy the long box might destroy you.
Whittleton Creek, Vermont.
Yeah, I know the deal. Propano is back with a vengeance. Now let's see what other mission stories we can actually do here. Let's see. An apple a day. That's an interesting one there. We got breadcrumb trail, charbroiled, we already did. Whack-a-mole, pest control, no smoking area, house for sale. We did house for sale. Why was that not?
Because he used the gun in the basement.
Basara, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Bah, says I.
His own murder. That's great.
Is Moarte's makeup cumbersome?
A bit. Mostly because it takes an hour to put on, and of course, I'm sweating during that time. So even with it sealed and protected, it can still rub off at times. So I got to be careful not to touch my face.
Oh yeah, that's always a problem when you're wearing heavy makeup. Or if you're the worst.
Even though there's clearly no more gas on it. This looks like a job for Propano the Clown.
Grab a new canister. These new folks are strange. Did you see that Cassidy guy snooping around
Waiting for the
here?
mission story
He's
to
been
reveal.
at the party 3 times already. Why not just go inside? It's open to everyone.
But on the plus side, you're not wearing an appliance. Those things are even worse to have on.
Dish best served cold.
Sounds like Nolan Cassidy has some interest in the party as well, but for some reason, he's unwilling to go.
I can fix whatever is wrong. Let me go get a propane tank fuel.
Is Propano the evil twin of Balfa the Clown, or his arch nemesis?
Why do you assume they're related at all? There's lots of clowns out there.
Yeah.
This whole thing about like how stuff like this gives clowns a bad name.
Yes.
He's a funny clown for all ages.
There you go. Clown with a sickness.
Now I want to turn that and make that a song.
Propane flask.
Giving me an idea for a parody song.
Do. Secret Agent Clown to the rescue! Now then, let's get this barbecue started properly. You, sir! Propano the Clown to the rescue!
I think the worst makeup I ever had to wear was when I was in this one movie, and they had to have me wear this latex paint over my eyelids, so they could digitally remove my eyelids afterwards.
Now then, I must go find the missing server. Continue my streak of being the best clown possible in this neighborhood. I am a neighborhood icon.
Because it tore a few of my eyelashes out when I had to remove the makeup.
Oh, brutal.
And it hurt like hell. And Mega Timmy Tommy, who is familiar with Richard Cheese lounge cover of Down with the... Oh, yeah, I've seen, that was Day of the Dead remake, right?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was kind of...
No, that was the Dawn of the Dead remake. Who's familiar with the Richard Cheese lounge cover of Down with the Sickness?
I am not familiar with it at all, sorry.
Yeah, no.
It's played in the remake of Dawn of the Living Dead.
Oh, I did see that movie, but nope.
I like zombies.
That might be my first Zack Snyder experience, actually. Dawn of the Dead.
I did not know that was a Zack Snyder film for the longest time.
I still need to watch it. I want to at some point, just so I can, figure out what. Oh, you didn't see anything.
There's a part or two where people make like insanely stupid decisions, but overall, I like the movie.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as good as the original, but then again, the original was done by Romero.
God damn it!
Super chat. Cleodoro Silvestri says, if Propano runs across a barbecue during his mission and notices them using briquettes, how would he make them pay for their crime against propane?
I don't want to deal with the person who spotted me. I'm just going to reload real quick. This guy had too much alcohol. Never mind him.
Well, to be fair, I cook using briquettes. I would not want Propano to after me for using briquettes instead of propane.
Yeah, Lewis, do you have a take on what Propano would do if somebody caught someone using briquettes?
Honk in their face.
Got him. You're not my target. You get to live another day.
Granted, I also like using wood grills because, okay, just straight up using wood to grill with is the best in my opinion.
Obtain rat poison. Where's the rat poison? Rat poison is that way.
Because you can get you can get the nice smokiness of the wood into the meat.
Oops, soda can. Gotta pick that up. Ooh, what's up here? They're an attic with interesting things.
Well, that ladder just came crashing down. That's great.
That was a lot of dust on that ladder.
That was too, yeah.
And a hobby room.
Time to climb.
Install a microfilm. Cool. Let's see. What else is around here? Any cool costumes I could wear? Like in the original Hitman, if you go up to the attic of a mansion, there's a vampire magician costume.
So great.
I mean, vampire magicians sound like a great idea.
Well, did you ever see that Powerpuff Girls episode with the magician who died and became a villain?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Because both names were amazing. There was I remember the second. He went from Allusion to Abracadaver.
Yeah. Granted, they had such great character names on the original Powerpuff Girls show. Like, there's that mime, Rainbow the Clown, Rainbow the Clown, who becomes Mr. Mime.
I'm pretty sure that name is taken. I can't tolerate this.
What a lovely barbecue. I don't suppose you have any soup around here, do you? Start a gas leak. Oh, I can...
But that Powerpuff Girls episode was legit creepy when the bus turns into the angry, like, hare just running with, like, kids attached to it and they're freaking out.
And then you have the reboot Powerpuff Girls where...
Yeah, no, we don't.
I hate
was
the
there a
reboot.
Japanese, like, Powerpuff Girls Z, which was just, like, generic, like, magical girl transformation, like, show for kids. So it's like, okay, it's a different...
Okay, yes,
different
it was that in its first season and a half, but in the last half season of season 2, it gets into some weird stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only saw, like, the first episode, and I was like, oh, this is for clearly a different audience, so I just noped out.
Hello, everyone. There's food here. Not poisoned at all.
I like Powerpuff Girls Z because I first got introduced to it because... Okay, the animation studio in Japan originally made a short for April Fools. And just put it out there for people to see. And the short was so popular that it eventually led to them making a full-on series.
It's kind of funny. It's nothing. This isn't quite the same thing, but I'm reminded of when they teased Yakuza 7, like a Dragon, on April Fools, where it's like it's turn-based combat with summons, and people were like, that's... Not only is that kind of funny, but you went hard for an April Fool's joke. And then it turned out that was actually the game, and it was really good.
Dumb question, but why is there a server for fries? Like, it's not like I'm scooping them or anything.
Would you like some more fries, sir?
Would you like fries for that?
Oh, the same thing happened to Gridman. Yeah, I didn't know Gridman was a super old thing, and then I hear about SSSS Gridman, and it was a super popular thing, and it was just like this new version of the super old show.
I didn't know it as Gridman when I was a kid.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Oh yeah,
yummy,
I didn't.
Yummy fries. Yummy poison fries.
Delicious legitimate fries.
You really should see Dr.
I knew Gridman.
I didn't.
I knew Gridman as Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Yeah, I saw some of that, and I thought it was Ultraman. I didn't realize it was called those 4 S things. I was like, why do they spell it Cyber with an S? Just to keep the S thing going? But I didn't realize it was Quad S Gridman. Like, that's retroactively very clever.
Because poor literacy is cool.
Let's samurais, guys.
Why does the waiter have a barcode on his head? Good question. We here at Not Poison Food, we truly appreciate things. Anyway, drown!
Oh no.
That's it, drink it.
School years
Drink
all
it.
over again.
That's a good boy. Drink that fry. Yummy. Anyway, as I was saying,
Nolan Cassidy is down.
As I was saying, we here at Not Poison Fries truly appreciate our employees, so much so that we consider them a valuable commodity to you, the people, who appreciate burgers and fries.
Yeah, we send all of our best waiters automated, marked, so we can identify who went where. This is waiter number 47, and he's gone to your neighborhood.
The toilet! The worst soup of them all!
Random number guy. You know this is the U.S. because there's one guy to give unlimited fry refills and swirlies.
Swirlies, yeah. I'm actually curious. Is the swirly like an American-specific thing? Because I sure as hell know that it's a thing in America, but is that just not a thing? Or I don't know if it's a thing anywhere now, but was it not a thing elsewhere?
That's got to be a thing in other countries. I cannot imagine that we're the people who invented the idea of dunking someone's head in a toilet.
Well, we're not, because it shows up in a British book from the 60s.
Oh, okay. Well, that settles that.
See, concealed item. I can't remember I left it by a park bench. That's where my hidden is. Just trying to find.
At least the British were doing it as well.
Another terrible accident. Except it wasn't an accident.
Well, yeah. How could it like accidents are supposed to happen in the bathroom? So you took care of it just as planned.
All right. What other mission stories do we have that can? See, apple a day. I think we can still do.
No.
This one got mission story lost because the character is gone. We got the no smoking area. If Janice smokes despite being dependent on Oxymas's bodyguard's insistence on hiding his cigarettes, I wonder what might happen if he combined the two. Interesting. We also got breadcrumb trail, which looks like we dress as the post office.
Nothing
like apple a day. We got post office. We got cigarettes. Which route should we go?
What is the cigarette mission?
Smoking kills, so Janice smokes despite being dependent on an oxygen tank and his bodyguard's insistence on hiding his cigarettes. I wonder what might happen if we combine the two.
Ooh, do that one.
Yeah, because I actually was trying to work in, like, smoking is bad for you, let there be a lesson, but I wanted to see if the mission actually leaned in that direction. Looks like it does.
Okay, I have worked as a live-in caretaker before. I've had a lot of jobs. And yes, do not let anybody who uses oxygen get anywhere near a cigarette.
I saw the beginning of Deadpool. I know what you mean.
Alright, I gotta change into a bodyguard outfit. So I think I'm gonna lure this guy. Or not. Apparently I can just open the garage door.
Found another pack? Yeah. Tossed it in the trash like the others. I really like that. But Mr. Janice wants to smoke. Why stop?
Mr. Janice really wants to smoke. Why? I gotta obtain a pack of cigs.
Smokes per day ain't gonna do wonders on Venus for months.
Do. Nothing suspicious over here, just getting some cigarettes. Okay, the cigarettes are by over here. There we go. Yoink.
Yeah. So the other day I
The perfect crime. There's one guy over there. Yoink.
It's not as bad as that time I used the gramophone to the house.
Nothing suspicious at all. There just seems to be some sort of distraction. Perhaps someone should go over and investigate it so I can knock someone out and steal their
You
clothes.
should try to spark some of those old stories, 47. Who knows what secrets Janus might reveal?
Perhaps you should go and investigate. Perhaps you should go and investigate. Perhaps you should go and investigate.
What?
Perhaps you should go and investigate. Perhaps you should go and investigate. You guys still there?
Yep.
Right,
Yeah, my apologies. I stepped out just to make some popcorn, but I have returned.
Very good.
That's not an ordinary resident of Whittleton Creek, 47. This must be one of Cassidy's men working undercover. I suggest you keep an eye out for more of them.
Yoink.
Honey, why is our bush suggesting I go and investigate? Don't worry, it's fine.
Yep, just part of security detail. Nothing suspicious here, not at all.
You're like, don't worry, I'm totally not trustworthy performance is like, it just reminds me of Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China, where he just comes walking in and out of that one institution with like as like the phone repairman. Well, all the day's work. Yep, just that's how the job's done. Goodbye, everybody. It's just like it's so conspicuous.
I'm trying to
I
remember
need to
what
watch
his
that
name
movie
was in
again.
that.
It's been such a long time.
What was his name? The fake name he had? I can't remember.
What his character's name in the movie?
The fake name he had.
I do
scene.
not remember.
I don't remember.
Like Jack Burton was the real name, but I have no idea what the fake name was. Because it was just for like 1 second. I totally forgot.
Also, apparently I was disguised as the garbage man, in which case I must of course say, Garbage Day!
There it is. Time to take out the trash.
You know what's funny? I've never seen the movie that comes from.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Yeah, apparently it's like not great, but that whole sequence is outstanding.
Eric Freeman gives a unique performance, but that scene is memorable even among some of the other goofy scenes in that film. There's a long history behind why it was made. Basically, just like it was supposed to just be like a very brief repackaging of the first movie with with intro and outro, but somehow expanded into a full sequel. And by full sequel, I mean half of it is just clips from the first movie, and then we pick up the rest. Hidden microfilm. We can go back to the area and watch that.
All you need now is to find
Nice.
a device to read it on.
Hello, is this your bedroom? Yes, it is. And I'm gonna wait for that security guard to leave. No reason. I'm just one of your own
Janus
security
is looking for
guards.
an old group photo. It might be interesting to see who's on it.
Yeah, I do like the idea that none of the security guards seem to have a problem with you being among them. Like they don't know their own.
Yeah, it's like they didn't take the time to go through and make sure they knew who everybody in their staff was.
Yeah, maybe every single one of them was hired from some outside different institution, so like nobody knows anybody. They're just like, yeah, you're a guard, I guess.
Okay, I need a wrench. And also, let's see, I need a wrench.
There might be one in the garage.
Maybe.
I mean, that's where I would keep a wrench.
Points me in the direction of story stuff, so I can probably find it. No, nothing suspicious. Don't know why you're engaging me. Oh God, why are you shooting at me? I'm one of your security staff.
Sir, no sliding down the gutter, sir.
Oh, there's a wrench inside. I should go get that. Oh God! Serpentine!
It appears they sussed out Propano.
Gravity, you go to...
You're not a security guard. You're not a security guard at all.
How dare I, take a shortcut downstairs?
Well, apparently the security guards don't I cannot use words right now.
Janus is looking for an old group photo. It
I
might be
meant to do
interesting
that.
see who's on it.
I know how to words.
Okay, let's put the cigarettes on the table again. Yeah, one pack of cigs. Let's go find a wrench. Looks like there's one outside. Or in a garage or something like that. But yeah, we should be able to find it. At least it seemed to indicate there was one nearby. Hello, what do we got down here? Is that an apple? Yoink. Man, if I can kill him with an apple, that'd be great. There's a wrench. When I left the house earlier, there was an indication of a wrench, so Maybe one in the garage. Or
I see in chat Propano was fired, but no, I'd say he was terminated.
Wrench. Gentlemen, good to see you. Wouldn't happen to know where a wrench is, would you?
He was fired upon. You know, that's pretty good.
Trespassing, criminy. When I leave the property, it wants me to go back into the property, so there must be a wrench on hand. Just gotta find it. There's a basement to the place. Maybe there's a wrench there.
Basement's good, but I also see a suggestion in chat, tool shed if they have one.
A tool shed right here with an unconscious body. Here we go. One wrench.
One wrench.
Rig the oxygen tank.
Lovely day.
I get the plan. I get it.
Go, gadget wrench.
So yeah, he starts smoking, but the oxygen tank is rigged.
That is less than good.
So he can't. So he'll die as soon as he tries to breathe out of it.
It'll be a nice little fireball.
Oh, that'll actually even better. Yeah, I thought it was just gonna suffocate him.
No.
No, it's combining the cigarette with it.
Think about all that oxygen
All
going
that oxygen,
right
yeah.
into the fire.
I think
Yeah,
we'll
that's
stick
why I mentioned
around,
at the beginning
see
of the
what
Deadpool
happens.
movie.
See, we still gotta find clues. So, was that photograph they were looking for? The bathroom? Anything of interest in here?
Yeah, I should see for bring out the cone of silence.
Now I want to make a D&D character that's just Inspector Gadget.
Cone of Silence was more Maxwell Smart, though. Which,
Oh
by
yeah,
the
but they're
way,
the same voice actor.
how many of my audience remembers Get Smart?
Do I count as your
A little bit of
audience?
the back of the day. But I just bring it up because he's the guy who voiced Inspector Gadget.
Yes. All right, was this the same? This is a different attic. We'll go up there in a minute. But I want to make sure we're around for the fireworks. That makes me happy. Get Smart was great. For those who don't know, Get Smart was a parody of spy shows and spy movies, where Don Adams, who was the voice of Inspector Gadget, basically was an incompetent spy.
Yep.
And his spy gadgets were cool at the expense of being actually useful. Like he had a cell phone, but it was hidden in his shoe. So whenever he would get a call, he'd have to take his shoe off. It's stupid stuff like that. And this is before the age of cell phones, so that was novel, but it's the stupidest way to do it possible.
And hey, Fez is in the chat.
They used to air it on Nick at Night.
Yep, that's where I would watch it primarily.
Same.
Loved watching it as a child. They always had a fun intro sequence where he lets walk through progressively goofier doors.
Yes.
There was a whole thing where he married Agent 99. Yeah, for those who don't know, Fez plays the Bandit Chief and a slew of other characters on the show. Well, he's the physical actor for the Bandit Chief, I should say, because Little Karibo plays the voice of the Bandit Chief. And we are currently working on the finale to the Contest of Champions. We are not going to do the video thing because I actually did manage to finish the script for it. Unfortunately, stuff had to get delayed because Little Karibo was out of town for his dad's funeral, so he couldn't record the audio for his cameo. And Dom, who also plays a minor role in it, got COVID, so everything had to get delayed anyway. So yeah, we're gonna have the finale. It's not gonna be at the end of January like I had originally intended, but in February, especially because the episode it's attached to is a Patreon sponsored episode, and I want to make sure that still happens. All right, let's watch the fireworks.
By the way, regarding Agent 99, you know how you never learn her name? She's just Agent 99.
Yep.
But what's really entertaining is that there was an episode where you meet Agent 99's mother, but even then, the mother always calls her like honey or sweetie, so you still never get the name.
Yep. That was one of my favorite shows to watch on Nick at Night. Another one that was one of my favorites was one of the very few comedy shows I ever got really attached because I have a hard time watching comedy shows. It's also like sci-fi comedy, Red Dwarf, which I love Red Dwarf, but like sitcoms and stuff I have a hard time watching. But one that really caught my eye was Mr. Ed.
I was mainly into The Simpsons and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think. I don't know if I've ever actually seen an episode of Mr. Ed. Oh, but I saw it, like, because my mom liked it. I saw I Love Lucy on TV Land a lot. That show was amazing.
I watched...
Oh no, what an accident!
I watched stuff like Mr. Ed, My Favorite Martian, I Dream of Jeannie, and Bewitched.
Oh no, what an accident! Except it wasn't an accident.
There was no accident at all. I'm aware of all those shows, but I think I've only seen like a clip or two of My Favorite Martian, and I've never seen any of the others, even though like I know they're like really big and have been around.
Yeah, My Favorite Martian was a little bit before my time. Hello,
I only watched it because it was on
TV Land.
Yeah, I watched it on things like TV Land and Nick at Night.
Oh sure, I watched them there too, but like even then, there wasn't a show that was frequent enough for me to actually like watch versus say I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, and of course Get Smart, and Dragnet occasionally when they had that on.
Ooh, Dragnet is so fun.
It is. Unfortunately, it has not aged well. Unfortunately, but it's still fun in some regards. I actually learned something about the law that I actually bring up in the Ace Attorney review from Dragnet.
That's good stuff.
Which is the concept of a dying declaration.
Yep.
Anyway, let's look. Well, we got a few more minutes. Let's look for a few clues, and then we'll call it a night.
But, I Dream of Jeannie was one of the things that I really, really loved. And no, it's not because I'm a lesbian. There are many people who think that's one of the main reasons why it's one of my favorite shows, but that has nothing to do with it.
There was an old photograph the guy was looking for that apparently would be good as a clue, if I can find it.
Loads of people are talking about Nick at Night, but like I didn't have Nick growing up, so I forgot where I watched the stuff that I did.
Knickknacks has a great segment on Nick at Night, which you guys should all watch. The channel Pop Arena. They talk about a lot of basically every single show that's ever been on Nickelodeon, and there's amazing stuff that you would never have in a million years thought would be on Nickelodeon.
Oh, I do see in chat the Munsters. I saw a bit of the Munsters.
Oh, I like the Munsters.
It was alright, but yeah, like I Love Lucy was my jam, and when I got to like college age, I like destroyed the Fresh Prince. So like I watched the hell out of that show.
Oh, I watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as well, but I never watched like more than like 5 episodes of it. Even though I like it, I just never watched more of it.
You got these metal.
I Love Lucy is just fantastic.
I've actually never seen I Love Lucy.
It's actually very good. Almost like it was written by a comedy genius or something.
I've only seen one episode, and here's the thing: there's only one episode I've seen, and it's the episode. Every single time I try to watch it, it's the only episode. It's the episode that's airing on television. It's like I just haven't. It's the only. It's the episode where it's something like there's like some sort of really long name for a vitamin pill.
Vegemin.
That's it.
Or Vegemin, because it's vitamins, it's meat, it's vegetables, like it's everything you could want.
That's the episode I've seen like a dozen times, and I want to watch more.
There's some classic episodes, like the one where they work at the chocolate factory and just can't keep up with the ever increasing speed of the production line because they have to wrap the candies by hand and it's just not happening. It's great.
Oh yeah, it is the quintessential version of that entire thing.
Yeah,
Kung Fu is a great show, although there is a bit of a problem with it. For you see, it wasn't pitched by Carradine. Carradine just happened to be the actor that they chose to play the main character. It was pitched by Bruce Lee.
Of course.
And they told Bruce Lee that they liked the show and he could be a part of it, but they couldn't have an Asian being a main lead actor.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like the Green Hornet thing, where like he was the side guy, Kato.
They told him he could be. They told him he could be a part of Kung Fu if he played the sidekick. Bruce Lee said, "Hell no." But he then suggested Carradine be the actor to play it because Carradine was his friend. And he thought, I'm not going to be able to be a part of this, I want somebody I know can actually make this show good be in it.
Oh, by the way, for a more like positive fun fact, apparently when they were pitching I Love Lucy, people were pretty suspicious about just the main dynamic of the show. And they were like, nobody's going to believe that your husband is a Cuban band leader. And Lucille Ball was like, my husband is a Cuban band leader.
Exactly.
Yeah. The 60s were a weird time.
1960s casual racism.
Yep. And that casual racism kind of continued until the 90s.
Oh, I do see a mention in chat. I was going to bring up the episode, but yeah, there was a Green Hornet and Adam West Batman crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Where like each side wasn't sure if the other was an actual good guy or not, so they squared off. And it's just like...
They knew that Batman was a good guy. The problem was that the Green Hornet was established, basically pretended to be a criminal, and he needed to keep that facade going. I watched it recently because all the Adam West Batman series is on Amazon.
Okay, but just the concept of Burt Ward squaring off against Bruce Lee, that's like the most terrifying thing imaginable. Like,
They have to no-sell it because they have to sell, he has to sell the idea that he's, that he's getting his ass kicked, even though it's Bruce Lee and Burt Ward. It's a no contest.
It is funny because he's doing his high kicks, but Robin gets like a punch in, and it's like this is the most fictitious part of the entire show.
But, oh yes, Mega Timmy Tommy, last chat for me tonight. Don't forget about Moon Girl on Friday. Like I'd forget about Moon Girl.
Sinister looking basement.
I've been looking forward to Moon Girl.
Alright, what can I find down here in this sinister looking basement?
To be fair, there's one thing that I've never been able to confirm is because of racism or not, but it just feels that way to me. And that's because of the story behind how it happened. And that is the choice of which was the X-Man to die after Giant Size X-Men #1. Because Len Wein, for the 2 issues he wrote after Giant Size #1, he decided he wanted to kill off an X-Man. Just show how, serious things were going to be. There are 2 choices he had. One was a character that he had created and introduced earlier in the pages of Incredible Hulk, which was Wolverine. The other was Thunderbird. And apparently he flipped the coin 3 times. He was originally only going to flip a coin once, but it came up with Wolverine the first time. Second time it came up with Thunderbird. Third time it came up with Thunderbird. So Thunderbird died.
Where is...
Oh, by the way, to backtrack briefly, one of my favorite moments in the Adam West show was when some messenger showed up where Batman, Robin, and I think the Chief and a couple of cops were standing around. And I think it was a message from the Riddler or something. My memory's hazy, but that's not the point. The mail delivery guy comes up and he goes, "Is one of you Batman?" And Batman's like, "Oh yes, I am." And he takes the mail, and that is so funny to me. Like he's in full costume. Is one of you Batman? Like, are you kidding me?
Well, the show was like that. How does this work?
Yeah, like people complain about how cheesy it is. Oh, it's such a corny show, but like the show was clearly taking the piss out of like.
Yeah, it's a parody.
whole
It's designed.
thing.
It's designed exactly to be like that. How do I get
Yeah,
the
it's
clue out
amazing.
from under here? Does anyone know how the hell I'm supposed to do this? Like, they identified the shovel before. How do I get this thing to work?
Don't know.
I want to complete the mission.
There's a handle on the door, apparently.
Handle on the door. Well, I'm standing in front of the door. Not letting me do anything.
Does it mean that wheel? I don't think you can interact with that wheel.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly an interactable thing, but I clearly need an item to interact with it is the thing.
Yeah. One RHPS fan. Got dishes in the sink and tablet charging. Episode 4 of Fail Theater will be back on YouTube this week. Both versions. But yeah, Len Wein may have created both characters, Thunderbird and Wolverine, but the fact that he was originally going to only flip a coin once and then flip it 3 times because the choice that wasn't the one that he created earlier came up first just feels like a bit of... It might also be because the other one that you decided to kill off was Native American.
What I got a wrench, I got a blueberry muffin, I got the silver baller, I got a lockpick, I got a hack I-9S covert, got a bust, got a screwdriver. I tried a screwdriver on it. Got an apple, I got a Dr. Pep, I got lethal pills, I got a coin, and I got a DAC X2, and emetic pills, rat poison, and branch again. A dead fish. While we were talking about the hit or miss nature of 50s, 60s Hollywood, can we applaud Lucille Ball for her trailblazing as a woman in that world? Indeed.
Oh yeah, there wouldn't really be a Star Trek as you know it if it wasn't for...
Yep, 1 second. There's a Vega at the door while we're streaming. What's up?
I came to change things around here.
Oh?
Yes. I think it's time for a costume change.
All right, what costume should I change into?
Let's see. Let's see what we got here.
Also, Chad, I tried the wrench. Wrench didn't seem to do anything.
We got this and this.
Okay.
Here you go. Why? No reason. Anyway, what you doing in this game?
We're looking for clues. Because we already killed our targets.
Blue's Clues?
Yes! With wrenches.
That doesn't seem very fun.
I think it's fun.
That doesn't seem very PG.
It's not.
Holy shit, you look like... I don't know what you look like right now. But you look like someone right now.
I look like a guy in a 90s crime movie.
That's fitting.
The early 2000s one, too. Very overexposed lighting. Maybe the New Mexico desert.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, did you show off these babies?
I did.
Where's my Vibromat?
Well, we'll see soon if they actually delivered the magenta PLA to the P.O. box.
Yes, he's making me a buy one, and I'm so excited.
Linkara-PI. I look like Magnum PI, apparently.
Yes.
Vega, I have come here to kick ass and bust on Lewis, but I'm all out of ass to kick.
Yeah, just bust on Lewis. Make sure you hydrate yourself first.
Lewis always looks good in a hat. Looks like someone's ready to go on vacation for the summer.
No one understood what I said. Bye, Lou.
Well. Love you.
So watch Owl House.
Vega's been watching Owl House.
It is a good show.
Rain whispers, so we have to get divorced.
Duke Nukem for WizKids.
Rain whispers is my new spouse.
In or out, Vega? You look like a suspicious...
Interrupting why?
Vega is cat confirmed.
You look like the suspicious uncle that always knows too much about the criminal underworld. Alright, yeah, wrench isn't doing anything, so maybe screwdriver? I don't know why it would, but at this point... Like, I don't know what I was all supposed to do. Maybe you're not meant to open it. Oh, yeah, but I'm trying to find clues. Maybe keys. Do we got keys I can use? Nope.
Possibly.
Nope, 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 nope.
Do you think the lockpick will work on it?
Lockpick might work on it, though I doubt it. Then again, I don't know how lockpick works on a garage door.
Yeah, wait, that makes little sense.
Well, technically, if you use the lockpick on the garage door opener, you might be able to cause a
lock,
short.
so why would it work there? And yet it did.
It's clearly a door.
Well, you could possibly create a short with the lockpick.
You check the attic. All right, I can try the attic. I guess every house here has an attic. Oh no, I'm trespassing.
I think everyone's dead.
Let's see.
A ceremonial robe.
All right, this was the other clue we got from this house already.
Attached. The notice.
Oh, look, you've joined the
Ark Society.
Yes.
He leaves for his annual trip. He even put a date there. This is valuable information.
Looks like I can look around and see if there's any other clues, but nope. Okay, the new set character in Lewis's Arsenal characters lacks Kara. Here we go, attic entrance. Release the ladder.
Release the massive amount of
arm
dust.
off, put it on the wheel, it might work. Alright, what do we got in this attic? More rat poison. Can never have enough rat poison. The book here. Can't read it. Whoop. Is that just going down? Letter opener. And this is just back down again. Does anyone know how to open the thing in the basement? Propano brand rat poison. I think the runners, different house, know you messed up Janice's entrance by destroying the busts. Fair enough.
Oh god, one of those things.
Yeah, turn it off. There's a clue still over here with our unconscious bot. Which I feel like I could just kill him.
Ugh.
Anyway, we'll find clues elsewhere.
Hey, Central, it's me.
You know, maybe I was too quick to discard this disguise. There's other clues out there. Let's find the last clue and we'll get the hell out of here. Anything on the map indicating other clues? Okay, there's another clue back over here in the protected reservoir. Oh my god, I'm gonna go find a damn shovel.
Not a super chat, but this is a fun question. What kind of cookies do you like?
I like chocolate chip. I like Oreos.
Same.
White chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies with raspberry bits in it.
Wait.
Also oatmeal raisin.
My god, we're back to the original mission of trying to find a shovel.
And peanut butter. And snickerdoodles. And snickerdoodles. I love snickerdoodles. Ooh, ginger snaps are good. I like cookies. I like cookies.
Ah, here we go.
I don't think there's a type of cookie that I don't like. Wait, I don't like Oreos.
You don't like Oreos?
Hey, you.
I don't like the cream filling.
Definitely not through here.
Well, next time you get some Oreos, give me the inside. I'll take it.
Okay, I like the chocolate cookie part. It's just the cream filling I don't like.
I do not understand why you wouldn't, but whatever floats your boat.
It's far too sweet for me.
See, I'm a sucker for sweets.
This is a golf club. That's not useful.
My favorite types of snacks are things like chips, popcorn, but I do love cookies.
Popcorn is amazing when I'm in the mood for it, but yeah, chips, though, those are good just about any time.
Although, when it comes to sweets, there's one thing I will always have for that's ice cream.
Ice cream ain't bad. You ever have Airheads? Those are fun, but those are also like bars of sugar.
Okay,
the sound clip is taking a moment to play.
I do like Airheads, but that's only because of a thing that was okay.
Jesus Christ!
There's this joke that we. There's this. Oh wow, my. There's this joke we used to have at this game store I used to work at, kinda. I worked there seasonally. But, we had a joke there about Airheads, which caused me to start eating them. We called them gay bacon.
Yeah, I could kind of see it.
So we started making this joke of ever since people yelling out, "Hey, do you want some gay bacon?"
Criminy. Okay, so frog habitat again. If we could find the damn shovel real quick, then we could just do that and get it over with again.
Oh. I know it's great because I like everyone that worked at the game shop was gay.
You might know about it.
Someone from Janus' security detail.
Locate the frog habitat again.
Behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
Oh, I love the Airhead sours more than the normal Airheads. Those things are great.
The sours aren't bad.
Shovel.
Granted, I just love sour candies. If you want to really make me happy, I love sour candies.
Shovel.
Can't deal with it if it's too sour. Like Warheads will just like knock me out.
Oh, I love Warheads.
Shovel.
I know we keep talking about candy with heads at the name, but like lemon heads and cherry heads, those things are freaking excellent.
Oh, lemon heads are great. Like putting like all the nice sour.
Shovel. Tool shed. Would that have a shovel in it? Maybe it should.
Oh, everlasting gobstop. I've never had those. Apple heads are alright. Not my favorite, but they're still very good.
Shovel.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of
Shovel.
Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. Batty claims it interrupts the nesting birds and a species of frog that has been declared endangered. Must be a very important trip given his poor health.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. You know what's really cool? Things I can dig up. Like this.
Oh, is this a Link to the Past? You're just gonna dig like 100 times until you find the heart piece?
Of course. There you
go.
A cigar box.
Like,
The note indicates that the box was given to Janus
last year, around September, a girlfriend of mine came to visit, and she brought with her these, like, sour candies that were these, like, lemon-flavored candies that were more sour than lemon heads, and when you got to the center of them, but through sucking on them, it was like a burst of liquid.
We now know Janus is meeting
Well, I'm not a big fan of the sour part of that, but like it sounds borderline like Gushers. That was pretty fun.
Except it was hard candy that turned into a liquid in the center, which was great.
Oh, clever.
It's a Japanese candy, and I want to get more of it.
All mission objectives are completed. 47. Once you've left Whittleton Creek,
Japan has like the best candies.
Yeah, they got quite the variety.
Once we've located the constant, we'll make our final move.
You make it sound so easy.
I was hoping the concussion did. Well, I was hoping I would actually kill people, but apparently it did not. But it's okay. We got on the bus. Bye, mailman. Not the boom I was expecting it to.
Yeah, I really was waiting for like a comical movie explosion where like the whole house goes up.
Yeah. Ah, well, what you gonna do? Anyway, we've succeeded in the mission twice. It is 10:20 p.m. I think we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations on your success.
Indeed. We'll be back next week with more Hitman. I want to thank, of course, Lotus Prince.
Well, you're welcome and thank you.
And Eliza for joining me.
It's always fun to be here.
All right, thank you all. We'll be back next week with more Hitman, and keep an eye out for the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney review. Script has turned out really well. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Nice.
Good night, everybody.